Welcome back to Not So Handyman Las Vegas. I am Graham. I am not that great of a handyman. I grew up on a farm and had to repair a lot of things over the years, but I do not consider myself a handyman. And so I'm buying some things online just to see, can I fix them? Can I not? Let's try and do a new one today. Today, we're doing another vacuum. I did a vacuum yesterday. Now it's time to do another one. This one actually looks a lot better than the one that I did yesterday. I'm a little bit more hopeful for this one. Hopefully it's not so bad. But this is a Bissell Cleanview Upright Vacuum Cleaner. And it is a Cleanview. There's not a lot of bells and whistles on this one. There's no special thing. It does have a model. It's a 3536. And so we're going to see if this works. See if it's worth keeping or worth, well, selling, or if we're going to do like we did yesterday and sell it for parts. And before I get to that, today I'll be listening to Dwight Yoakam. I will be listening to Dwight Yoakam's album called Looking for a Hit. If you want to listen along with me, there you go. You can listen to that in the background as I am. On first glance, this one is actually looks new. It looks like it has been used just a tiny bit. So if you can see in there, this is it's clear. There's no dust or really. There's one dust bunny down here at the bottom. So I kind of wonder if it has been used at all. There's a little bit of dust on it. Not too bad. That could also be from storage or from the box or from lots of different things. But none of the non-essential things made it. I can see here on the box that it's got a wand, the narrow wand. It's got a brush, and looks like it's got a small rotator. None of those came with this box, so it's not exactly full. It's not complete, but the parts that make it work are here, and they do look, these things look brand new. I'm telling you, these look so much better than the one that I did yesterday. So I'm a lot more hopeful for this one, but we shall see. We've got this, I don't know if this little part right here, which slides, is for the if this is for a part that is not on here, or if I just couldn't figure out where it went on here. To be honest, I tried figuring it out. Maybe it slides. I figured it out. It slides in right down there. It slides in right there, so that you can plug this in. Now this makes a lot more sense. See. This is the part where I say the not the unhandy man. I am a little bit handy because I can figure some things out, but I'm not necessarily the most handy guy. There we go. That's in, and that turns. Put that back in, and it turns to lock, and there we go. All right, now let's plug her in and see if we have power. All right, so got her plugged into my lovely extension cord here, and for the moment of truth, let's get rid of that title so that you can see the bottom. Let's see. There's a red power bound here, power switch. Let's hit that power switch and see if it comes on. Hey, we have power. However, well, we've got power, but we don't have anything going to our brush. So let's see if that's the height adjustment. Let's see. Is this on tools only, or do I have it on a wrong setting somewhere else? I know that on our vacuum that we've had for forever, you can actually change it from being part of your, from coming down here to the brush to the tools. But this, no, I have a feeling this might have some other issue going on because I just realized I can't get this brush to turn. So let's take some things apart now and figure out if this is because there is an issue with the vacuum or maybe a setting that I've got on that's wrong. It doesn't really look like it has a different setting. I couldn't freehand move the brush. That doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong. However, I am going to take this apart now and figure it out. Okay. Turn. What do we have down here? Looks like we've got the normal screws that we had in the one that I did yesterday. And let's get, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take off this thing that I had just put on. And release my wand. This one actually comes completely off. You can detach it completely from the vacuum. So let's get that down there. And all right, now I can work on this a little bit better in the view of the camera. All right, so there's the release, so I can get it a little bit lower so that I can work on it a little easier. And I'll move this down a little. All right, so few of the screws to remove, which are the same from the one that I did yesterday. Yesterday I did a 25, actually I'm using the box for that one as my workstation today. I used a 25, or I did a 2254L. That one was the pet one. Didn't come with any of the extra things on that one either. And I have forgotten my pinch bowls yet again. That's all right. I may grab that a little bit later. I'll loosen these first. That should tell me more. That'll tell me a little bit more about this and why it won't turn. All right. Okay. There's one. Throw that over there. 2. 3. Oh, I need that one. 5. This is the one where he does the cover of Buck Owens' Walk the Streets of Bakersfield, which is an underrated song. I love this song. It takes me back to my childhood when I was listening to this. This song came out in 1988. The original much earlier than that, so I did not listen to the original. Oh, well, now I know why this one wouldn't turn. It's got a broken broken belt. So, is it broken because this won't turn? Ooh, this looks pretty seized. So, let's figure out why is this thing not spinning. Oh yeah. This whole brush assembly is not working. It will not turn at all. Looks like it's seized on the ends down here. Both ends are seized, and that is probably what broke that belt. Let's see. Well, in the one that I did yesterday, that ended up being a teardown because, well, the belt and everything was good. It was the motor that went out. Let's get that one out. And then let's take out the belt and the brush. So this is the brush that came with the one yesterday. Let's see how similar these two are. They look almost identical. I mean, I'm sure they probably use very similar, if not identical, brushes for both of them. So we'll leave that here, and then I'm going to get out the belt from the one I did yesterday. By the way, one hint that I have, that I figured out over the years, if you want to keep all of your bolts together, put them in a bag. That is the best way to keep it all together. So we have our belt here, and I'm going to put that back and put the bag of things back in. So we'll put that back in there like this. All right. Now, oh, I need that. That's my, again, this is my workbench for today. Maybe, if I do sell a few of these, maybe I'll get an actual better workbench for me to use so that I can do these without having to put them on a box of other things that I'm selling. All right, so that's slide out. Oh, no, still not in the right spot. My dad would always hum while he was working. He just still does. My dad is still farming, even to today. And so I always thought it was a strange thing that he did. And now I am a dad myself and older. And now I'm starting to hum to myself as I'm working, which is probably one of the reasons why I like to listen to music. Let's see. This thing. Well, first let's see if it's the same. Let's see. Do we have a number on this one? We do have a number on this one. It is Bissell style 7910, 7910, 303112. Oh yeah, these are the same belts. And there we go. I believe I need to scoot that over a little bit more. Oh, now I got it twisted. And there we go. Look at that. Well, all right. So now, all right. So I've got the belt on. The belt is right there. That piece right there is the really hard part to get on because there's not much clearance between the metal rod and the plastic piece, but it now can be moved. I can now twirl it and spin it by hand now. So let's see if, oh, I guess I should probably put that piece back on. Put the blue piece back on. This carriage fell off as well. Let's see, I believe it goes this direction. Because it is to help with the height. Is that hitting anything? Or am I just really high? I just have a really high setting. Ah. Okay. I don't think it has anything to slide into back there. It's lined up correctly. All right, so now to put on our cover. I probably don't necessarily need to do this in order to test it, but I'm going to be hopeful and hope that it works. And if it does work, I'm going to be pretty happy because it's a working vacuum that has been rescued, and I don't even need to sell it for parts. Although the downside is now I don't have I don't have the belt for the old one that I'm selling for parts. However, I think that would be perfect. That would be okay. I think I would prefer to sell a working vacuum rather than try to sell a vacuum for parts. It's always better to sell working items rather than items for parts anyway, but we shall see. And I'm not getting these necessarily too snug. I'm just kind of getting them a little bit snug because for those of you who do tires, you probably know this. Whenever you are tightening things down, you don't need to get them as tight as possible on the first round because if you do that, you may not be able to get all of your bolts in. All right, so I've got these two left here. And here. Now let's see. It was actually a little bit above. Let me push that down so that I can, there we go. That makes it a lot better. All right. Go through one more time. Make sure all of these are snug. Oh, the ones that are down in holes are hard to see. I think I did that one already. All right, so I'm going to replace the wand. That's back in there, and then I'm going to put this back in our slot here, and then attach this back in right here, and twist it in. It's hard to do without seeing. There we go. All right, plug it in. And it works. All right, so check this out now. We've got brushes spinning. Let me turn that off now. We've got a brush spinning. We've got a new belt on, used belt, but new for this machine. We've got suction coming through. Now let's see what happens if I take off the wand and undo it from its holder here. And will it spin the brush still? It still spins the brush, but we're getting some pretty good suction here. Probably here and see that. Hear that? Okay, so we've got good suction. We've got some good airflow. And that works. We've got our changer that changes the pipe. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off since it's very loud and it's much closer to the mic. All right, so that part works. We are very good with that. So let me open this up. So this is how you would empty it. You would take this off and then you could open it up like this. It's got your filter right here. The filter is there. It has not been taken out. It looks like it's a quick, thick filter this time, which is probably better than the filter for the old one. The old one had a filter, but it was really microscopic. It was like really this big, only like that thin, and I'm not sure exactly how well that worked. All right, but this is a washable filter, so you can take it out, you can remove it. I will take it, there you go. You've got this right here. And then we've got the bottom. You can open up the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, warning, I am not a Packers fan, but my grandmother went to Green Bay and bought this for me. And since it was my grandmother, I have kept it ever since. So you can push the button down here, open this up, and it will empty into there. And there we go. The two little dust bunnies are gone. You can put that back on. And that is clean. It does ask for you to clean the filter monthly and replace the filter after 3 to 6 months. I'm guessing the filter comes out the bottom. There we go. Looks like the filter does come out. This part does come out. This is not the filter. This is something different. But that is the return air filter, I believe. And so this part is intact. Looks like it's really good. So looks like we have a perfectly functioning vacuum that unfortunately is lacking on some of the attachments. I believe I will, now that I know that this one works and the other one does not, I think I will remove this part here from the old one, and I will use this for the new one here, just to make, and then but before I do that, let me just make sure that it fits. It may not. Oh, this may be a different, nope, there we go. It fits, slides inside. Now you've got your slender one, and you've got the longer one to go on top of it. Very nice, very nice. Let's slide that out. Okay, it's quite snug. May not necessarily be for the same one, but I believe we will use it that way. And with that, I'm going to now figure out how to put it on eBay. If you would like to buy this one, it will be on eBay. The link to my store is in my profile. Feel free to look there for that. And there we go. We have a working vacuum now. This is the Bissell Cleanview Upright Vacuum 3536. That now works and has at least one attachment. And that is all for today. Thank you. Have a great day, and I will see you next time for another unboxing. Bye.